Hey, what's up guys? Now I know I haven't been for a fact doing much videos lately because I was in the midst of relocating and I've been having problems with my internet connection, and I just recently got my internet connection back, which was like for 14 days. So I had about 14 days downtime. Anyway guys, today I have another case. Now I have been having this heavy flow of cases to review simply because Segotep has been sending their cases over, and I remember reviewing the fractal design as well. But I will be giving away this exact case. This is the Segotep Halo case, and I will be giving away this particular case right here, the one that you're seeing in the video right now, to any of my lucky subscribers or my Facebook fans, and I'm going to tell you how right after this review. Alright, so this is the Segotep Halo case. Now, Segotep has been coming out with, I would say, a ton of cases out there. You have the Reino series, which is, I would say, much more premium, and you do also have this particular one, the Halo series, which is a bit more catered towards the low to mid-tier market. Now, I would say from an overall perspective, the general aesthetics of the case is pretty much straightforward, nothing really fancy. I do have several issues with it, but let's get to it one by one now. Overall, from an external point of view, it's pretty traditional. You do get a bit of a bump on the back, so you do get some cable management space, as you can see in the video. And of course, you do get an acrylic side panel, which is a really big issue for me, and I'm going to tell you why slightly later. Now let's look at the front panel of the case. The front panel of the case, as you can see, can actually fit up to 3 120mm fans now. And what I actually did was I used the front panel as the place where I actually put my AIO, which is the Corsair H100i, which is a 240 radiator. So I have two AF120 fans right here. And then you can actually put another one on top, but then again, I would think that as a water cooling enthusiast, this is the last case you actually want to get, and there's a very good reason why. I'm going to tell you slightly later as well. You can actually fit another 120 fan, so technically you can actually fit up to about 360mm radiator. I'm not too sure about the thickness because I haven't actually tried, and I'm going to actually quickly take a look at the side panel as well. From a side panel point of view, you can actually fit up to an ATX motherboard. Now, the biggest issue that I had with this particular case right here isn't really about this whole SSD thing dangling out. That's just because me being really lazy. You can actually fit up to about 2 SSDs in front, or 1 to 2 SSDs in front. You can actually fit some SSDs behind as well, but that really is something quite trivial. Now, my biggest issue with the side panel is simply because, look at the side panel right here. Now, if I were to put the side panel, you can't actually close it. Now, this is due to the fact that I'm actually using a much thicker braided hose, which is from the Corsair H100i. So I'm not too sure if you sort of have to use a thinner cable. Now, I know Deepcool has a much thinner cable, but I'm not too sure about its whole safety in terms of leakage and stuff like that. You do also have ID cooling, but ID cooling, the Aura series today, have very much more thicker cables in terms of the whole braiding and protection as well. The older versions may be slightly thinner, but the newer versions don't. So now that was the biggest issue that I actually had for this case, and as you can see right now in the video, you can see it coming out right here, and that's not really cool at all, because if I were to continue force it in, that might actually cause like unnecessary amount of stress on the cable, and your CPU might just go leak and stuff, and that's not something that you want. Now, the other thing as well that I want to take note, you can actually fit up to a 140 fan on the rear, but I sort of use a 120 fan. 140 is going to be a really big squeeze, and some of you may actually ask why didn't I actually use the top panel, because that's going to be a massive squeeze. Because of the top panel, you don't get actually much room unless you use a slimmer version of a CPU or a case cooler. On the top panel of the case, speaking about top panels, you can actually fit up to 2 120 fans. The traditional, I would say, typical I/O front panel, you get 2 USB ports, you get some headphone jack, but somehow I never actually used the front headphone or microphone jack, simply because the sound quality is way off compared to something that you get off the motherboard. Obviously, the motherboard sound card isn't as great as well, so yeah, that's something quite debatable. Given the fact that I'm actually using a non-modular power supply unit, that's going to be a really tough one as well. Now, I'm going to just pull things out for a while so you can have a look at what's in the rear. It's a massive, I would say a really huge mess, but then again, I mean, it's something worth watching, and obviously this isn't one of my best work. If you look, this is a non-modular power supply unit. You do get sort of decent amount of cable management space on the rear, but then again, it's not something really ideal. You can fit about, I think you can actually fit about 1 SSD behind. The 2 hard drives need to be fitted right in front here, if you can see. It's been covered by the shroud, so that gives you sort of lots of room to hide your non-modular cables. But then again, that's going to really make your whole hard drive fitting really tight. Now looking at the rear of the case, there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 PCIe slots. Nothing really fancy, nothing really extraordinary. In the end, it's a pretty much a budget case, but then again, pretty decent for you to fit your daily, I would say, your daily PC usage, unless you're a super water cooling enthusiast. Now, I do know that I noticed on Segotep's website, they do have promo pictures of water cooling setup, hard tubing setups. I'm not too sure how to actually do it. Now, I'm actually using an iGame GTX 1060, the same distributor as Segotep in Malaysia. The case has about 3 fans, and that's going to be a super tight fit between the edge of the graphics card and also the radiator, unless obviously I put the radiator on top, but that's not going to solve the problem in terms of the whole fitting of the side acrylic panel. So that's something that you may actually want to consider when buying this case. Now the good thing about brands like Segotep or Techware these days, they sort of give you, like, they're pretty generous with the amount of fans that they sort of bundle in with the case as well, so you don't actually have to buy third-party fans or buy additional fans so that you can extend the cooling of your whole brand new PC. Now, this particular case, the Segotep Halo, comes with 3 built-in fans. I would say not built-in, it comes with the case, and it does have some LED features as well. 3 of them, 3 120 fans. They come in like this really bright red color, so I'm not too sure what's the whole color idea all about. I guess RGB is the way to go today, but this I would say this particular case right here, there's no RGB features. Even the fans do not have RGB features as well. Now, there's really nothing much to talk about this case. It is a pretty ordinary case. It's an ATX case, fits up to an ATX case if you have an ITX or an MATX. Is it water cooling friendly? Now, this is something that I would never attest to, because I would know that the fractal design is water cooling friendly. I would think that the Reno Tower series, the T2 and T3 series from Segotep, that is water cooling friendly, but you do have to make some modifications and stuff like that. The cool part about this case, it does come with a PSU shroud, which you can't actually remove, so that's going to be a real pain in the ass if you want to fit your hard drives. You got to fit your hard drives from the rear, if you see, like right down here. And what I actually did was I sort of just mashed all the little non-modular cables. The other tip, if you're going to use this case, buy a fully modular power supply unit. And I know Segotep has like a few range of fully modular power supply units, even the GP600G or something like that. That's a Gold Series power supply unit, and that's fully modular, so you can actually consider that. I'm actually using one of Segotep power supply units. This is the lower end variants, but it does actually come with a gold rating, so that's really weird when it comes to Segotep power supply units, but that's besides the point. Now, the Segotep Halo retails at 199 ringgit via Etech PC. I'm going to leave some links in the description section below as well. And of course, if you have any other questions, leave them in the comment section below. Now, before I end this video, like I said, I will be giving away this case. All you have to do is 2 things. You're going to tell me what is the maximum size of motherboard that this case can actually fit, and of course, how much does it actually retail at Etech PC. And of course, leave some additional cool comments in the comment section below. You got to self-pick it up. I'm okay to, like, say, meet up with you somewhere in KL. I don't do postage because that's going to incur extra costs. And in terms of warranty, I'm not too sure I can actually give you some warranty, but I guess it's a freaking case, so you don't actually need some warranty unless something breaks or you drop it. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this video, and give me a big thumbs up if you like this video, or if you dislike this video, give me a big thumbs down. Now, if you have any other comments, suggestions, and stuff like that, or you have any personal experiences with this case, drop them in the comment section below as well. More information in the description section. Now, if you have not subscribed, do it right now. It's just a 1 click away. If not liked my Facebook page, do it right now. Now, of course, the giveaway is only open for my subscribers and also those who actually like my page. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this video overall in the comment section once again, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.